What do I say to homeless people?
Don't bother lying. Just say sorry, can't help you.
I always say, sorry man, not today seems to go over the best. I've done this for years. One time a homeless guy recognized me and said, how about today? With that kind of customer service he deserved the dollar.
I talk quite often with homeless people. We talk about various subjects, for example the weather, their day or mine, their dog if they have one, life in general, or I sometimes check in on them if the weather is particularly hot or cold or they look like someone who needs it. Most of them are actually really nice people who just don't fit our society for whatever reason. I don't always give away money, sometimes I just shake my head or say sorry not today. But one thing I know, I myself don't always spend wisely, and when I hand it over, it's theirs. I believe that all people act based on one rationale or another, not always a wise one, but I will not and cannot dictate or judge how they spend their money cause I will never know their full story.
I live close to many homeless. I cannot possibly give to every one of them. So, I go with my gut. If for some reason I feel it. Maybe the look in their eyes, whatever it may be. And of course, if I've got cash on me. Each situation is different. Do what you can, when you can. Thanks for asking a question like this. We can feel so uncomfortable when not knowing what to say or do. If you're concerned about them being legit, just get them food. I've been feeding the homeless for about 2 weeks, and it's been an eye-opening experience. They're just people who are unloved and unwanted and undesired in society. It certainly takes a toll on your psyche to be put in that situation. Certainly some just want drugs or alcohol, it's how a lot of them got into that situation, but some genuinely do want a meal.
In my area I don't even stop walking unless I want to risk getting hurt or possibly killed. Last time I tried to help someone, THR guy threatened to kill me if I didn't go to a specific spot to give him money. So in my area I just don't, and if I really want to help then there are charities. Guys probably don't have to worry as much if they feel confident in their ability to fight back if needed, but as a short female I can't risk that.
Having been homeless before, it's actually not hard to stay full in America if that is really your concern. From white boxes, to churches and the dumpsters across the country, there is always free food somewhere. And yes, it's okay to lie back at people who are lying to you. The $3 was for a fix, not food.
I work with the homeless population and have had friends and family that were homeless. If you want to give them money, do it. Don't police how they use their gift. Typically when people give them cash, and I assume you as well, it's pocket money that you probably wouldn't even notice if it fell out of your pocket on the couch. If you give them cash, it has to be with the assumption they may use it for drugs and alcohol. At that point when I give them money, it's not my money anymore, it's theirs, and they can decide how to spend their money as they please. They are grown and can make their decisions. I don't really mind. Most people I know have drank and done some form of drug before. So I'm not going to sit on some moral high ground that poor people don't deserve to do that. Especially when you give them $15, they aren't getting much with that. Living on the streets is hard, and just like a lot of people, they may turn to drugs or alcohol at times. How often do you hear, "Man, this was a rough week, I can't wait to go home and have a beer, smoke," or something to that effect? It's a pretty human reaction to have to stress and hardship. If you don't feel comfortable giving cash but want to help out, you can always give them a water, bag of chips, nuts, etc., hand sanitizer, baby wipes, socks, etc. If they ask for cash and you don't want to give or don't have any, just say, "Sorry, not today," or something. Unless the person is very unwell, they usually say okay and keep moving.
All homeless charities say you should not give them cash. If you're concerned, you can contact the relevant charity or authority to get them help. I started doing the above, and I was shocked to find out that every person I had referred was already known to the charities and already had assistance and a home.
If I give money to a homeless person, I do so knowing that they may or may not spend it on food, clothes, or other essentials. And once I give them the money, it's none of my damn business what they do with it. If they want to go get high, then I can't blame them. I'd probably want to get high, too. Hi, I work in homeless services. When someone asks for money, I typically tell them I just have my card on me. Sorry, but I hope you find what you need. Sometimes they'll follow up by asking me to go in and get them something. And if I don't want to or can't, I just say, can't do that right now. It's okay to have boundaries with your money with folks on the streets as with everyone else. That said, it's indeed true that sometimes people on the streets take the money given to them for food and use it on other things. A lot of people put conditions on their donations and get angry when those conditions aren't fulfilled. I offer you all a different perspective. Sure, they may not use it on food like you hoped, but they will use it on something that will help them get through the day. It's tough enough being on the streets. If a bootlegger will help dull the senses, who cares? When you donate, donate knowing it can be used for anything, or don't donate at all. If you'd like to help another way, keep supplies in your car or get familiar with the resources in your area and share that information. You'd be surprised how many people don't know what services they can access. I live in Germany. People can get welfare over here. If a native speaker is begging, money is not his main problem. I work in a school for adults and most of our customers live of welfare. It's not fun, but they manage. My personal philosophy is that if I get a chance to show someone that they're valuable, I will. I'm not naive, but I choose to assume the best in people. That said, I don't carry cash and will be honest about that. But offer that I can buy coffee or something similar if that doesn't stretch my boundaries too far. Back when I used transit often, I'd keep a spare bus pass with funds on it. When cash or food wasn't easily available, people seemed to appreciate it. Having recently been homeless myself, I can tell you that besides from the harshness of living like that, the absolute worst thing about it is that most people assume that you're some kind of villain that lies, steals, cheats, does drugs, and that you have probably always been like that. Really makes it hard to see kindly on mankind, even if you really want to. So my advice is to give if and when you feel like it, and keep your money if you feel like that. And saying, sorry, can't help, is perfectly legitimate, but don't assume that you can read minds, or that all homeless people are the same. I never bother to try and differentiate the legit from the lies. It's beside the point. If I have the extra cash, I hand it on over. And I usually make a comment about them not needing to justify their need to me, a stranger. If I don't have the extra cash, I apologize and say I'm pretty broke RN, and sometimes offer a cigarette instead. The way I see it, if they need money bad enough that they had to resort to begging strangers for it, they can just have some of mine. I don't care if they spend it on food or crack. The money belongs to them once I've made the choice to give it. If you don't want to hand over the money they ask for with no strings attached, a polite, sorry, don't have any cash, is all that needs to happen. We have no right to interrogate them over their intentions or demand they buy certain things with the money we choose to give them. Give freely or just don't bother, because those folks have enough problems without weirdos demanding they dance for their dinner. You don't have to lie, but you don't have to tell the truth either. Just treat them like a person, and that can be enough. I'm in NYC, and usually, sorry, I'm broke, good luck out there, and sometimes, Stay safe. Is accepted. Acknowledge that they're a person and you sympathize with their situation. Either you're worried about the $3 or you're not. You're not under any obligation to give anyone anything. Have you read that story about the father who advocates for doing good recklessly? If someone says they're hungry and you have the means to help them, help them. It's good to assume the best when it's not hurting you to assist them. And if he was lying? Joke's on him. He's the asshole. But you did your kind deed for the day. Sorry, not today, is what I usually go with. I'll give someone $1 sometimes if I have one, but I haven't carried cash this decade. It's not like you'll solve the homeless problem out of your own pocket. It's your money, so do whatever you want with it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.